achieve this through improvisation, which allows for movement, invention and new discoveries to be found. Once movement is produced, as the choreographer, I can start to add more elements to completing the work. Now, allowing the dancer's interpretation to be expressed is at the heart of Matthew Bourne's work. Matthew Bourne is also a theatre director, choreographer and dancer. He was born in 1960 in London. As a choreographer, he had many influences from different people that he took from on the stage, as you can see up here. Fred Astaire influenced him, current affair programmes. He liked to have a lot of humour in his work, and that came from when he used to watch Carry On films as a youngster. All the films and also other dancers such as Isadora Duncan. He loved her joyfulness of her dances. So I was kind of looking at what's his style and how I might incorporate some of that. It's a very eclectic approach, using different styles of dance. This I thought would be a good idea to incorporate in my choreography. See if I can do different styles. And I also had the thought of incorporating a physical theatre piece as well. His works are popular, often with witty humour and large ensemble numbers, as they have strongly influenced by musical theatre and Hollywood. His musical sets and costumes are lavish and memorable. I'll just put that picture there because I thought that was quite fun and obviously very bright. So that also made me think, what sort of costumes am I going to put within my choreography? Will that enhance what I'm doing? And I actually went down the road because we were looking at diversity, standing up, speaking up for yourself, and looked into the rainbow flag, which is actually known as the gay flag, and the LGBT pride flag, and then it was lots of colours. So I decided that's how I would kind of link that costume into my choreography. It just goes on to say, you know, he wants to entertain, he wants the audience to enjoy what they're watching, but collaboration is key in his working process. The dancers have great input into the choreography and characterism, and he builds working relationships with designers, composers and technical directors. And also a big part of my choreography is through collaboration. It actually started with a different section of the school, our C4L, which is our Confidence for Life programme, asking if we could do a piece for them. So it was collaborating with other people, and then I very much wanted to collaborate with the dancers that I had, so they were having their input as well. Then we've got, he often uses existing musical scores, and that he uses dancers' counts when choreographing rather than rhythms from the score. So it's kind of looking at other ways that you could use your rhythm. And again, with my own choreography, I started off with a poem and we were moving to words. If we look at Bourne's choreographic process, like I mentioned earlier, he expects his dancers to thoroughly research the stimuli and idea beforehand when they come in. We started off with this, we started off with mind maps, the idea of diversity. What does it mean? We have to do the research behind it. The dancers will then improvise and experiment with movement, ideas and phrases. He records all his work on film, as he just wants the dancers to get on and create and not have to remember about what they're doing. This also gives him a bank of steps to refer to at any time. In the studio, he takes the role of a director, feeding ideas and thoughts to the dancers, but also asking for their ideas. He does not necessarily keep to a set sequence. He is constantly putting in new ideas, which constantly changes the final structure. Now, the idea of filming, I thought would work well in my project, because not only would it be helpful to the dancers to refer back to, but it would allow us to move on quickly in the time restraint we had, because we only had a term to complete this. So we could keep the creative process flowing. It's like, this week we're doing this, right, film that so we remember it, and we can move on to the next bit nice and quickly. And as an educational based project, I wanted the ideas to come from the dancers themselves. So taking on the role of director, like Vaughan, will allow me to encompass this, but also keep the project on track. And that was my work cited. So if you have any questions you would like to ask now. Yes?
You said that you were going to take on like a theatrical kind of, did you say theatrical element piece? The costume, did you say?
Yes, yes, and the physical theatre.
Yeah, what were your costume ideas? How does that reflect kind of your relation to?
Yeah, so I looked, because it was around diversity and people speaking up, I kind of took a smaller community, it's not that small a community, but a different community from the Gay Flag Pride, which is the lesbians, bisexuals. So it was a different group of people, and they've got their own flag, which is nice, light, bright colours. So it's like they're being proud and they're standing up for themselves. So when we came to costume it wasn't elaborate, but they were all allowed to choose any top or any outfit that they could dance in that was bright colours and that would represent themselves.
Was there, of the two choreographers that you've looked at and examined, was there something amongst that which challenged you in a way that made you feel uncomfortable, or really challenged your thinking process, or ways in which you've worked in the past that you perhaps genuinely felt were risky, or something that you haven't done before?
Yeah, I think it's generally that improvising to start with, because you don't know where it's going to take you. Usually I would go in and go, right, I've got my vision, this is what I want, this is how we'll get there. But when you go totally in and say, right, what's your ideas, you don't know where you're going to start. And then it kind of starts off and you get an idea, but then they throw something else at you and you're like, oh, okay, we're not going there now, we're going here. So I think it's just that kind of letting go and being prepared to take.
So you're allowing the students in some respect to be able to give you something to take on that journey. Okay,
yeah.
Did you also ever give them any tasks within that improvisation when they came up with something, or did the improvisation come from them as well?
Obviously we'd done the mind map on what we wanted from diversity, and then when they had their ideas for their improvising, that's when we went back to the toolbox, and then we thought about our space and how we were doing things, where we were doing things, and when I mentioned about the efforts, how we could make how we were feeling come out into our movements.
Did you, sorry, I've got lots of questions on that.
That's fine.
But did you find that enabled them to find those emotions and feelings more, to have kind of those words to go with, rather than just, cause it's quite difficult, isn't it, just saying confident, what does confident look like?
Yeah,
how do I
definitely having flipped the jab, the sudden, the sustained, you could visually see that it was starting to come through.
and the expression coming through? Great. More questions? Probably enough.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.